The world we live in is full of unattainable goals and desires. We often find ourselves wanting something that seems out of reach, causing tension within us. This tension is the result of conflicting beliefs and realities. We want something, but we also recognize that it is inaccessible. It is in these moments that the sour grape effect comes into play. The sour grape effect, rooted in the ancient fable of the fox and the grapes, is a psychological phenomenon that delves into the depths of human cognition. The fable tells the story of a fox who desperately tries to reach a cluster of grapes hanging tantalizingly above him. When he fails to reach them, he rationalizes his failure by declaring the grapes unworthy, claiming that they are sour. This allegory perfectly encapsulates the concept of cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, as explained by psychologist Leon Festinger, is the mental discomfort we experience when our beliefs and actions conflict with each other. We strive for internal consistency, and when this consistency is disrupted, we are motivated to adjust our attitudes. For example, if we miss out on a job promotion, we might downplay the significance of the role to maintain psychological balance. This mechanism of re-evaluation is not inherently negative. In fact, it is a protective mechanism that shields us from prolonged emotional distress. By convincing ourselves that what we desired was not actually worthwhile, we preserve our self-esteem and emotional equilibrium. However, this can become problematic when it leads to complacency or avoidance. Consider a student who fails an exam. Instead of reflecting on their study habits and seeking personal growth, they dismiss the relevance of the exam altogether. This evasion of reality prevents them from learning from their mistakes and impedes their progress. In our modern world, we see the sour grape effect manifesting in various ways. On social media, for example, people might dismiss luxury lifestyles as shallow when they feel excluded from them. In romantic contexts, unrequited love often leads to labeling the person we admired as not worth it. While these rationalizations provide short-term relief, they only serve to perpetuate negative patterns and hinder our ability to effectively confront reality. The sour grape effect reveals our vulnerability to pride and the need for self-preservation. It is easier to blame external factors than to face our internal inadequacies. However, if left unchecked, this coping mechanism can lead to bitterness and cynicism. Chronic reliance on the sour grape effect can breed resentment, negatively impacting both our relationships and our self-esteem. But there is hope. We can overcome the sour grape effect by first becoming aware of its presence in our lives. By acknowledging the psychological mechanism at play, we can begin to distinguish between healthy rationalizations and harmful avoidance. Practicing self-compassion allows us to accept failures without excessive self-blame, fostering a growth mindset, setting realistic goals, and maintaining a positive outlook on personal growth can ultimately reduce the frequency of conflicts caused by the sour grape effect. So let us be aware of the sour grape effect and its impact on our lives. Let us strive for self-awareness and avoid falling into the trap of complacency and avoidance. By doing so, we can confront reality constructively and pave the way for personal growth and fulfillment.